You know, I had a full show loaded. It's a good thing I have 3 hours left because I will still hit all this other news. But I got to tell you, this collapse of Big Pharma, and they're panicking, and Bill Gates being dispatched tonight to the White House, and everything Kennedy did. We got more highlights and more of the live hearing going. I'm going to hit that when we come back, but I want to just give you some little data points there. We're going to break, ladies and gentlemen. But remember, I need your support. We are winning against the deep state. We are turning the tide. We are winning in court. But I can tell you 7% of the funds come in here is for the battle. Keep us on air because the enemy wants us off air. So I need your support. Plus, we make it easy to support with the very best products. If you don't get our ultramethylene blue that is so good for everybody, but with genetic issues mainly, it's even better for white people. It's good for everybody. It just enhances blacks and others even more. So it'll just make you better. But for whites, it's like an absolute needed thing on average. But it's very powerful, so and Asians as well, but you better look into it. Our ultramethylene blue is the highest medical grade, the very best. Get it right now. And we have a war bond. It's a great piece of art. You go to the AlexJonesStore.com. You buy a war bond for $100. They mail you the certificate. That's a beautiful piece of art. And with a promo code on it, you get $110 to spend in the store. It's a way to support and have a memento. Go now. I got the Alex Jones War Bond at thealexjonesstore.com. But if you don't want to wait till it gets mailed to you, just go be a VIP to support. Cancel anytime, $30 a month. Get $40 to spend in the store instantly. Special deals, special offers, special sales on the ultramethylene blue, on the Shilajit, on all of it. And the Shilajit is so incredible for everybody. We have Atomic Defense and Shilajit gummies and Shilajit capsules. Buy one already discounted, 25% off, and get an additional half off on the next bottle, 50% off, and so much more at thealexjonesstore.com. So take action. We'll be right back. The last 5 years, I've had all these scientists on promoting spike protein detoxes that have saved so many people and done all this. And finally, we're like, hey, we better.
Co-opted, and that they should not trust their doctors.
And
the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American, and by the way, just for the record, every single Republican, I don't mean to be political here, Mr. Chairman, has received PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. Are they all corrupt as well?
And I'm telling you, the American Heart Association has been co-opted by the food
Everybody but you, Senator. But you know what? When you ran for president, you know, we have a corrupt campaign finance system. Maybe you will agree with me on that. Okay, you were already president, you got a billionaire behind it. You received $300,000 from people, not from the industry, people in it, as I did, from individuals. You corrupt. President Trump got $3 million.
No, what matters is the action you take.
Corporate PAC money for the pharmaceutical industry. Democrats as well. Everybody is corrupt, but you? Is that what we're looking at? I don't think so. And I think the issue now...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I think you do know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The issue is every time anyone disagrees with you...
Are you saying the pharmaceutical industry was supporting my presidential campaign?
I'm saying...
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that.
They spent $200 million against him.
The pharmaceutical industry is a greedy institution which is charging us the highest prices in the world. They are pervasive. But to suggest that every institution, the AMA, the pediatrics people, is corrupt because they disagree with you.
Yeah, Big Pharma writes the regulations. That's well known.
People disagree with me all the time. I have arguments in my agency, heated arguments every day with Jay Bhattacharya, with Marty McCary, with Dr. Oz.
Yeah, that's the difference. We're just doing change.
Of a few people, I have given you the names of organizations representing hundreds of thousands of doctors and scientists. I yield, Mr. President.
Senator Tillis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Pause. I'm going to come back after this. The AMA, the American Heart Association, said don't eat red meat, eat processed oils and seed oils, which they admit and knew would cause heart attacks and problems. It's like Bayer comes in and they buy Monsanto, knowing that the Roundup causes the diseases they then have the patents to treat. I mean, these people are beyond sick. And so, because you're part of the American Medical Association, or because you're whatever, it's like, millions of scientists say global warming will all be underwater by 2015. Didn't happen. And it isn't millions of scientists. It's the leadership of those organizations paid off. And the general public knows that now. So that's why this isn't working anymore. So we're going to go to break. I've got a bunch of powerful clips from Kennedy. And then Bourla and Gates and all of them running to meet with Trump. Now they're in full panic mode. But then I need to move out of that. I've got all this other insane news that I was all prepared for. Had a lot of Kennedy stuff already. But I was like, why not go to the live hearing? And it's just riveting stuff. to hear the panic in the Democrats. Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas and the rest of them. Remember, you're the Paul Revere. Share the live feeds now at Alex Jones on X, and Infowars.com/show, and on Rumble, the Alex Jones Network. Stay with us. All right, I was loaded for bear and already intending to start the show with the hearing with Kennedy, but it got so good. HHS said, Robert Kennedy Jr., that we've been playing a lot of it. We got more excerpts. I want to finish up with that before this segment ends because I've got so much preparation, so many other huge stories that we're going to be hitting. Is Trump really planning martial law? That's now an official Democrat talking point. We'll get to that. Was it unconstitutional? They blew up that TDA drug boat. Give you a snapshot of that. The Epstein thing exploding in Congress. About the inside baseball there. There is so much we're going to be breaking down here today. Kathy O'Brien confirmed CIA sex slave beyond Epstein. Epstein's important because it's a window into this wider evil system of control. But if you only cover Epstein, well, then you're part of the problem. You can't let that be the only thing. You have to use that as a teaching tool to get others to understand the larger picture. And Kennedy's now says they've located 22,000 children through HHS because they took the power of the kids they brought in under Biden from ICE and put it under HHS. Sex slavery, you name it. So that's all coming up. Big Pharma striking back. Get into that. But right now, let's go into this. 1 minute into RFK's testimony, he was brutally interrupted by radicals screaming, Europe. So not giving untested, maybe zero tested deaths. Wanting to get GMO glyphosate things. Wanting to get 4 out of water. He's the best. Let's play these back to back. Then, RFK Jr. just unloaded America. That's why we have to fire people at the CDC, who in Texas on Monday or Tuesday, he exposed as being a death cult of eugenicist and gave examples. I mean, this is a whole new world. Just politically speaking just this coming out convicts the globals, the court of public opinion, collapses confidence in the bad guys running the system. And I told you they were going to open grand juries on the Federal Reserve Board member. That's now happened. Told you that 2 weeks ago before even the fact that she was under investigation began. And scam. And then RFK Jr. just went off with Dem Senator Tina Smith for her lies. Let's play those back to back. Then we'll look at how the empire is striking back.
Will continue to be in our thoughts. Let me start with the big picture. Under President Trump's leadership, we at HHS are enacting a once-in-a-generation shift from a sick care system to a true healthcare system that tackles the root causes of chronic disease. Chronic diseases reach crisis proportions in our country. And finally, we have an administration that is taking action. The Maha Report assessment, which the White House released in May, was the first government analysis of key drivers of childhood chronic disease. Altered process fluids, chemical exposures, physical inactivity, and over-medicalization. This month, we will present the Maha Report strategy and the Trump administration's solution for addressing each cause. And at HHS, we haven't just been writing reports. We have been the busiest, most proactive administration in HHS history. In just half a year, we've taken on food dyes, baby formula contamination, the grass blue pill, fluoride in our drinking water, gas station heroin, electronic cigarettes, drug prices, prior authorization, information blocking.
The committee will come to order.
This morning, I got the latest numbers from CDC that 76.4% of Americans now have a chronic disease. This is stunning. My office president kids cannot qualify for military service. This is a national security issue. When my uncle was president, we spent zero on chronic disease. Today, we spend $1.3 trillion. It's the biggest cost, and it's increasing, and all of the arguments that these Democrats have about single-payer, Obamacare, or with the various ways of allocating the health dollars, they're all like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. If we don't end this chronic disease, we are the sickest country in the world. That's why we have to fire people at CDC. They did not do their job. This was their job to keep us healthy.
Thank you.
And I need to fire some of those people to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
CDC failed that responsibility miserably during COVID, when its disastrous and nonsensical policies destroyed small businesses, violated civil liberties, closed our schools, caused generational damage in time cell, menaced infants with no science, heightened economic inequality, and yet all those oppressive and unscientific interventions failed to do anything about the disease itself. America is home to 4.2% of the world's population, yet we had nearly 20% of the COVID deaths. We literally did worse than any country in the world. People at CDC who oversaw that process, who put masks on our children, who closed our schools, are the people who will be leaving.
In the days after the tragic shooting at Annunciation Catholic School in my home state of Minnesota, you went on Fox News blaming school shootings on antidepressants. You have no evidence of that because you have no evidence of a connection. And
yeah, it's only on the label of the drug.
This is what you say, right? Secretary Kennedy, when someone presents you with information that does not fit...
I did not blame that shooting. I have no idea whether...
He said it's being investigated.
No idea, and I never said that. You're making it up. You're twisting. Yeah, you are.
Secretary
you are being
Kennedy,
dishonest right
You
now.
want to talk about mental health and gun
You're
violence
being
in this
dishonest.
country? If you want to talk about mental health and gun violence in this country, we should be talking about that, because that's what the
Let's
parents
talk then,
of Annunciation
Senator.
School
You don't want to talk.
want to
You
talk
want to
about.
harangue, and you want to politically. You want to have partisan politics.
That is
I want to actually solve these problems.
Miss Secretary Kennedy,
I've never found a mass shooter. So I believe it's every one of them. There's gang shootings, they lump those in, but there's no kid in the black trench coat, devil worshiper, tranny, it's always the same. I've never seen one, and we did a whole thing on this for days last week, where they weren't on SSRIs, and now the puberty blockers and all that.
All units, secure the objective.
And it says on their research, they can make increase suicide, violent ideation.
Aircraft fueled and ready. Fire and clear to engage.
There's black labels. They're just on the actual box, just on the fine print. And he just said, hey, we know this goes on. Hell, I was on 34 and I was 13. Suicide. And the shooter's own manifesto said he was doing it because of the drugs he was on.
We need to defend the
Minnesota last week.
objective.
But he just said we need to. They asked if we're connected. He said, well, it's this since the 90s on the box in the study. So yeah, we should look at that. That's not. I blame this on that. Of course, I do. You know that. You agree. But they got caught again today in another big lie. And destroyed. And believe me, I know how much research you got to do to know this stuff. I had a great memory, but if I was asked these things to fly, I would bang it. I mean, you want 5D chess. This is actually where it's happening. He needs to be the next president. I know they want Vance. I know they want Rubio. Yeah. I like Vance. Rubio is doing a good job. I don't trust him. We need Kennedy as president. And as vice president. And I will be supporting him. Let's just get that on record now. We need to start pushing that now. Because I already knew they were good, but now they prove it.
Objective Echo has been
So, Ron Wyden just attacked RFK Jr. by claiming it's a debunked lie that the Biden admin lost track of 500,000 illegal migrant children. That's in the Senate bipartisan report, by the way, except that was a finding of Biden's DHS-owned Inspector General and the Senate report, which I'll show you both right now. because it was 350,000, now it's 450, now it's 500 and something of the millions and millions of kids, many in sex slavery, many in slave labor, the New York Times reported. And again, HHS took over the identities of the kids. Biden signed an order that DHS and ICE could not even hold that data. And Kennedy's already found 20,000 kids and testified to that too. So, today. And they didn't end the hearing. They don't have the lunch. Look at the end of the tape. See what he says and stuff. So, talk about getting caught in a lot of time. People like Pocahontas and people like, Sanders and Biden, these Democrats, they just hope the viewers are dumb. These are numbers that ICE estimates
I need a medic!
5 times worse. ICE estimates 2 million kids below the age of 14. Because they would at least put, okay, a kid this age, blah, blah. They couldn't put the name of the data.
Need a
They knew
medic!
a number. 2 million, not 500,000. So technically, Kennedy isn't lying. He's just going with the number he has, but it's too much. It's worse than what he's saying. And then look, Bombshell report confirms massive oversight of Biden-Harris admin failure to protect migrant children. There's the Senate report. And we got the U.S. Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General. You just type this in. Notice with my broadcast, I didn't just tell you about those reports, I showed them to you neurotically. Wyden and Pocahontas and Sanders just, all the scientists know by 2015 we'll be under 20 feet of water. It didn't happen. And all the scientists know I'll go and visit the internet. All the scientists know there are no SNL programs. All the scientists know Tony Khan, all the scientists know communism was all the scientists know. All the scientists know. You do not know that there were any children. There are no missing children. This is like an admitted mega scandal. But Biden says it's a debunked lie. Why? Because Snopes said so on the Soros payroll. Again, I can spend a whole show just debunking each little question and answer we do and show you the videos, the documents, the witnesses, the reports. You all know about it. Think how sick these people are that they don't want to know all the missing kids that they, under Biden, the truck stopped and they came back under Trump. So all the kids they brought in over and over and over again, they just kill them later. That's all they've confirmed. And this is all coming out now, and they're so desperate. What villains? The swine. You know there's no smuggled children. You know.
Our forces have neutralized Delta.
Yeah, not all those tens of thousands of flights. Kids as young as 3 months old, whistleblowers, no diapers, no food, no formula. And Biden says it's been debunked. It's been debunked that Biden had cognitive problems. It's been debunked that with an auto pen. It's been debunked that with a Hunter Biden laptop. All of that's a lie. It's been debunked that Russiagate wasn't real. Lies, 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 lies. That's all they've got. It's not working anymore, is it? Because of you fighting and speaking out, giving support to people like Kennedy. I don't want to hear a bunch of we're black-pilled, it's all over, Trump betrayed us, he screwed us. He's not perfect. He's got whatever. The point is the people he's put in towards freedom and saving people and changing things and wrecking the swamp and others ever foreseen. I'll criticize Trump, he's wrong all day to get back on target, back on track. Sit here and lie to you and say that we are not wrecking the globalists and have drained probably 30-40% of the swamp, and it's draining faster and faster and it's in full panic mode, and we've all got to give our full support to the good things this administration is doing because this is the war and the victories we've been fighting for. over and there's nothing we can do and give up.
I need a fucking
And
medic!
by saying that on my show, Owen Schroyer thought was censorship of him because I said Owen's black-pilled and
Need a
he should
medic!
be more positive. That was the censorship, me having my views
Stay with
and
me!
him being able to say whatever he wanted. That was it.
Yo, Dad, you wanna rush? Somebody rush, please? Please, Poppy! Somebody's gonna give me call Poppy for the rest of the game. I don't care who it is.
For himself, to act like he's the holy one. It's disgusting. And he's just emblematic of this. When I talk about people being black pills all the time, I wasn't thinking about it. But he took it personally. Because it's a well, great. He can go off and be Mr. Negative all day long. I'm going to continue to it. Go after Trump when he's wrong. He when he's right. That's right. The Trump admin is getting more done and doing a better job than I thought they could compared to what they did in the first admin. And I don't think anybody intellectually who studies this politically, culturally, economically, spiritually can say that's not the truth. And this idea that, well, I guess Trump has access to White House. Access to the White House? I've been invited to the White House in Mar-a-Lago. Didn't know it was actually I'm here creating the sea change at the ground. Politics is downstream from grassroots. I get more calls from the White House and more people being nice to me to care about when I criticize Trump. I say, oh, come to dinner, do this. How can you? You don't know what I'm talking about. It's all about, oh God, everybody's a sellout but me. Yeah, that's why we brought this rebellion. It was because I'm part of the system. It's all people that think of the differentiate. They're good and you're bad. And that makes them a bad person. And that's what this is. And then misrepresent things so you can do that. That's trying to steal my identity and my integrity. I've got two things, my word and my balls, and I don't break any of those for anybody. Quote Tony Montana. But let's go to wide. There's literally thing the world doesn't know. There's a Senate report, bipartisan, and an HHS report all saying the same thing. Here it is.
Prepared testimony even today includes the debunked lie that 500,000 children disappeared under the Biden administration's watch. The lie that the Trump administration is using as a pretext to hunt immigrant children.
And here it is. Bombshell report confirms Grassley oversight by Congress admin failure to protect migrant children. U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Office of Inspector General, Management Alert, ICE. It goes through this big report, 30-something pages. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play the Kennedy clip. New RFK Jr. reveals HHS has already looked at 20,000 missing children, lost the Biden over policies, finally someone's taking action, and Biden comes back and says, oh, this is from somebody that flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane with his wife and kids. Not to the island. They're all New York socialites and flying back to Florida. He's constantly offering them a little free jet ride. That's how the rich cooperate. Never a claim of Kenny with women, never a claim of any of this. But the Democrats are all over Epstein. Clinton's all of them. And 99% of the connections is Democrats. They're now using that as some type of like, well, let's not find the kids. Well, you found some kids. Let's not talk about Mayorkas. Let's not talk about what's confirmed the biggest child trafficking thing in history, modern history. Let's mix in Epstein. And that's how they use Epstein as this diversion from all the other stuff that's going on. But also cover the other stuff that's quantified, confirmed, and free, real, and current kids missing the same. You got to prioritize this stuff. So, I'm all the Epstein stuff released, that's great. What? Little bitty other babies. So, here is Kennedy. Epstein. Here it is.
We are doing our part to fulfill the president's commitment to stop human trafficking, especially of children. We inherited a terrible humanitarian crisis from the previous administration with its open border policies. We lost 476,000 unaccompanied children. We have implemented policies now to ensure that appalling tragedy can never happen again. We have knocked on 82,000 doors and located 22,000 of those children. I promise you that we will do more in the next 3 years.
Wow. And then Wyden, it's a long clip, just flips out and talks about Jeffrey Epstein stuff. See, that's all he's got. Oh, you and, flew. And so, we don't want you hear that. They found all these kids. The prosecutions of the NGOs are coming. And Wyden's in full panic mode. Epstein.
We're here today. We're party to this in the middle of the night. One child said to their lawyer, "Why do they want to send me back? My mom is dead. My dad is dead. Why do they want to hurt me?" This is an actual conversation.
Now trying to find kids means we're hurting kids.
Children in this country who escape trafficking in their homeland. Mr. Kennedy calls himself a protector of children. Some kind of rich claiming from somebody who's flown on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet on multiple. I don't think Robert Kennedy should be within 1 million miles of this guy. Republicans on the committee had a chance to Mr. Kennedy has engineered everyone.
So, all the kids here are fleeing human trafficking. And the Democrats have made all these lies about citizens being deported. It's not this court. But imagine the spin you just saw. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Ultraviolet blue. So I said, with all our guests, we asked them to take it, and you just gave me your brief testimony. So this is a BS. We have the strongest, and it funds this operation. You want to get it at thealexstore.com. Medical grade, spray, that's ultraviolet blue. So you saw the testimony saying you love it. I said, hold on, I want to know. I want you to put it on it.
So I've been
well, you look super young for your age. So.
Thanks. And so I thank God that I've been healthy. And when I take most supplements, a lot of people say, you'll feel, you're sad. I just, okay, I'm doing something right for my body, for my brain. Helps me with keep a lot of late hours. I'm talking to people over in Europe, over in other continents, and so my biorhythms get all messed up, and so it really helps.
Your doctors, others told you to do it, just like I did 6 years ago. I got it, USP, didn't really have the effect my wife liked it, so she's been on it. We tried different brands. This one, I'm not trying to differentiate, it's true. It's been way
I haven't done anything yet.
Objective Charlie neutralized.
Now, back to our program.
I just spent an hour and a half on the story. I want to show the deep state response, not just in Congress, but down before Bill Gates and others inside the White House. And that was from Biden's opening statement, so couldn't never even have a chance to respond to it. Wow. There are no missing kids. And by the way, you're with Jeffrey Epstein, because you flew on his airplane twice from New York to Florida. Because you would divide all the socialites with parts. Hey, use my plane, don't you? Kennedy's not his own plane, he's always wealthy. Trump's plane was photos of him with his kids. Right, decades ago. That's what no real evidence there. But Trump's behavior saying this is a big canard, statement here. This is just out of control. But let me finish up with Kennedy now. Here's a little bit more from the hearing today. Let's go to it.
Senator Tillis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
To capture Bravo.
Secretary Kennedy, thank you for being here. A couple of times you asked me if I'm making a statement or a question. I think maybe just to give you a breather is to make a statement with a lot of questions, and just for the record, I'd like you to have the staff respond. I can't conclude from the discussion today where you are at work speed. So I would like the definitive statement on exactly where you are. Was it good? Was it bad? Were there things that worked? Were there things that didn't work? I need the medic! Discern that from what you said here.
Yeah, let's hit pause. He's got to be very delicate with Trump so that Trump doesn't get the blame. And you're like, we want to blame Trump. It's going to be all right. We know the setup. We got to work with Trump. We want to get down to the Democrats and all the rest of them. Bill Gates. So he's got to be very delicate as the evidence comes out and be prepared to tell the public that Trump's getting bad info and fake data, which we already knew. It's like I have some cover story. Trump better get ahead of this and explain to the setup. Now he'll see exactly what I was advised to happen. Every time I thought about this, I see comments and tell Trump, oh yeah, like you've got access. Yeah, with 20, 30 million viewers a day I do, and I can talk to everyone. And I'm smart. And yeah, the White House listens to me. Yeah, we wrote the book on the whole revolution you see. And I can get the archive you need for 4 or 5 years saying he's understanding the setup and come out and say data. We know he was, now it's happening. That's only Kennedy's going to be able to do that is he goes steps in the road to undermine them as he does it. Exactly what I told you. It's like I told you 4 days before, he would announce out on the West Coast in Arizona at a daytime event that Trump was endorsing. People said, you're insane, you're making it up. That's exactly what I told you. This is right from the campaign. So, there is a method to this, and you see 7 months in administration, they have already dismantled like half of them. I mean, this is spectacular, and the bad guys are in panic mode. Let's continue.
President Trump and the mRNA platform is something.
I agree with that.
I look forward to you giving us a detailed statement on exactly where you are with work speed. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a trial lawyer. I'm a boring management consultant. Another question that we'll submit in the record, I'll give you directionally where we're going. I don't see how you go over 4 weeks from a public health expert with unimpeachable scientific credentials, a longtime champion of MAHA values, caring and compassionate and brilliant microbiologist, and 4 weeks later, fire her because at least the public reports say because she refused to fire people who work for her. So,
she said she would purge the news station. She didn't. She lied.
Suggested in the interview, you asked him if the U.S. Senate to confirm the person just for the future nominee that we're going to have to consider. But I do also believe that some of your statements seem to contradict what you said in the prior hearing. You said you're going to empower the scientists at HHS to do their job. And I'm sure you will have some. You will do nothing that makes it difficult or discourages people from taking vaccines. There seem to be several reports that would seem to refute that, but I'd rather you just respond to it. I'm not going to come here and impose my beliefs over any of yours. That, again, seems to be contradictory to the firing of the CDC director, the canceling of mRNA research contracts, firing advisory boards, attempting to stall NIH funding, eliminating funding for the I think a $500 million for further vaccine. I'm sorry, mRNA research.
Hit pause again. See, the black pill crowd that's being fed and then funded at the top by the bad guys just sow discord and lies is like Kennedy's done nothing, Trump's done nothing. And then actually the lawyers on that run all these lawsuits, they go, no, they're going to war, and Kennedy's in danger. And Trump comes out and says, oh, it looks like I was set up on warp speed 4 days ago. So see, the establishment knows, Republican and Democrat, and they're all on the payroll, they know the curtain's coming down. So see, here's our enemies freaking out. And because I'm actually in the weeds on this, I know. I'm following it, and I show you all the We're not white-pilled, delusional, everything's perfect, and you can go to sleep. That's the worst thing. The next worst thing is being black-pilled and just saying, I give up, we're all screwed. And that's in the Patriots. The evil system that work for the evil system. Then white-pilled, then black-pilled. How about action pill, information pill, inform pill, Holy Ghost pill, victory pill, total resistance pill, 1776 pill, freedom pilled, alive pill, fighting back pill, not playing games pill, being informed pilled. Sit back and think about how far we've come, folks. I mean, I just keep marveling at God every day. The answer to prayer is here, but it's up to us now to secure and expand victory. Not sit around and whine and wish Kennedy could do more faster or Tulsi Gabbard. You know what it's like to actually set up an operation or a business or a media operation or be the president or the head of an agency with this crap? I can't even imagine knowing what I know. Doing a lot of stuff in my life. The Herculean job they've got with millions of federal employees, most of them globalists, what they're up against. You'd have respect for Kennedy.
We are attacking objective Delta.
Because out of all the people that are doing good in the administration, he is not heads above the rest. He is light years past. And so when you finally get the real thing, you finally get what you've been supporting and praying for, you better recognize it. Because God hates cowards, and God hates people that are lukewarm, and God hates people that don't appreciate an answer.
All right, we've secured Delta.
You ask for something, you start getting it, you better support it. Because God doesn't do it all. God gives you a shot to recognize it's happening, and you take it the rest of the way. And then if you believe and fight hard, God takes it the rest of the way. But Jesus said, if two of you agree upon earth on something, it'll be done in heaven. What he's saying is, you have to decide to do it. You have to make the step. Then, and trust in God and God and the Holy Spirit, and it's in God's plan, then the miracles happen. And I've seen it so many times, it's crazy. I don't back down. I just say, God doesn't matter, I trust you, whatever happens, even if I'm defeated, I love you. Just give him victory, like. And I don't take it for granted. I say, God, if I don't get the victory this time, I don't understand, I'm going to keep fighting. And God is not. And then you're in flow. Doesn't mean you don't sometimes stray or blow up or be fleshly or get angry. But that's why God chose bald men like me. Because he knows I'll follow the Spirit. I'm wide open. And he knows sometimes I'll fall in the flesh and be wide open there. But I ain't no coward.
We've lost objective Delta.
Sure, it's only
Is marked. We need you supporting the attack.
Let's go back to this exchange.
I want an answer for it. On HR, I believe.
We now hold more objectives.
You
Keep
know my
pushing.
concerns about HR1. I've had several meetings with, and HR1 is the big beautiful bill, OB3, whatever the brand is.
Enemy attack confirmed at
But I'm
Charlie.
still, I've got an office with 60 staff, including half of them in the state office. I've had 3 different estimates of the economic impact on the state of North Carolina. Can I get your commitment? And I have been looking for somebody that's far more resourced than an office of 30 people up in here in D.C. to disprove my estimates with respect to the impact on North Carolina, period. And I've yet to have any, I would love to be embarrassed and be wrong, but I would like to get your commitment for people to tease through the numbers that I would run before the vote on each one that says that if you normalize 3 independent estimates across a broad spectrum, $25 billion over 10 years. I don't need your response now. I want somebody to destroy my estimates because to this point, the most resourced health agency in the world has only given me word salad responses, and I need that so that we can prepare for the response. $25 billion over 10 years is half of the rural relief fund. And so we just need to have that back as a matter of policy so that we can go in North Carolina and absorb it. I know every state's different, and I'm assuming every one of my colleagues here have done the math for their states, not focused on that. But I want you to destroy my estimates and whether they're in fact wrong, and I want you to acknowledge them when they're right. That will come into question as well. Mr. Kennedy, you've stated multiple times in response to other members' questions that scientists were lying. We'll go back to the record in cases where you've said that. I'd just like to see the scientific evidence to substantiate that. I'm going to stipulate that you were honest and you had research behind it. We'll go back and figure out what scientific studies you believe are founded on lies and not scientifically biased. Finally, I just want to give you an opportunity. Apparently in the exchange with Senator Bennett, you said you agreed with Katie's statement who said that the mRNA vaccine causes serious harm, including death, particularly in young people. They said you agreed with that comment. Did you agree with that comment or not?
I think that's true, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Tillis. We now have Senator Smith. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Mr. Kennedy, I have sat here for the last many minutes and listened carefully to your testimony. And I think actually Senator Tillis
Oh, this is going to get good. We got to watch this.
so many of the ways
I got so much
that
more
what you
coming
have
up.
said has contradicted yourself and others. It's, I mean, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to start here. Over the last 8 months, you have claimed to make
By the way, hit
America.
pause. That last senator saying you said scientists have lied. Shots when they had the saber testing on animals and it killed some shots. And they said it's 100% effective, the 99% effective, the 97% effective, the 92% effective, the 87%. You saw all that. And if you tell you can't get COVID, you can't spread it, and all of that. I mean, they say Ozempic is safe, and they're already admitting it's killing people en masse. They lie, and they lie, and they lie, and they lie. And then he won't even let Kennedy respond. He says, well, later give it to me in writing. And he just lists a bunch of this stuff. Let's go back to her.
And others, it's, I mean, I don't even know where to start. So I'm going to start here. Over the last 8 months, you have claimed to make America healthy again. But in actual fact, you have led the charge in the Trump administration to destroy what is best in our healthcare system. And your denials and your evasion and your lies here do not
Yeah, just
change
ending
that.
the forced injections of medical workers and military. That's terrible.
Yet you're trafficking in these fringe idea and discredited theories that are completely out of step with the scientific consensus.
No, she
And
never
you
gives
see
any facts. Scientific consensus, the world will be underwater by 2015.
Let's move.
The ice caps will be melted, all the polar bears will be dead. Consensus, you lie, you traffic, you're disinfo. No. We live a lot less longer than we used to. All the numbers show the most healthy country in the world. We know it. Look at the kids. Just look at them. She just sits there with all her boilerplate spin turn. Let's continue.
Controlling the fight. Stay strong.
even if it's untrue. So last time you were before Congress, you claimed, and I quote, I have never been anti-vax. I have never told the public to avoid a vaccination. But in a podcast, you said the opposite. You said there's no vaccine that is safe and effective. So that sure sounds anti-vax to me, Secretary Kennedy. So let me ask you, when were you lying, sir? When you told this committee?
What he has said is that the theory of immunized immunity is true. It's been around for 500 years out of Europe. They learned that if a cow has smallpox and it's during the summer, they always knew that it was the winter. They thought it was dark, cold things that did it. They thought vapors make you sick. No, you get less vitamin D in the winter. You're getting less food in the winter if you're in Northern Europe. So your immune system's down, you're malnourished. That's when most people die from colds and flus. They know what they were. They just thought the darkness killed you.
Thanks, soldier.
It did. And they learned, the witch doctors did, the herbalists, that if you took a toothpick, literally a toothpick, and jabbed it into a cow that had smallpox and stuck it in a kid's arm, first written about 500 years ago, probably older, it was witch doctor stuff, get that because the kid was healthy then, would get the smallpox virus and learn how to beat it. When they were healthy during the summer, that's in the ancient writings, they said go during the summer when the vapors aren't there. Thought the doctors had some secret vapors floating around and you get your sunlight. Because back when you were really malnourished, it was real issue. So that science is real, but even the ancient writings said it's risky to even do it. They didn't call it immunization. Switch doctor stuff, shaman stuff. That's where we had medical schools and things. It was like the local guy that kind of figured this stuff out, handed down secrets and Chinese and kings, they had it all. They're masses basically. But they would have for the wealthy give bags of dried berries in the winter, and they would say if you got sick, you go to the witch doctor and pay him. Give you a bag of dried berries because you couldn't keep them fresh in the refrigerator. Now we know elderberry that does that kind of it. So they didn't know why it did it. They just knew, oh, take this bag of dried berries, and it will help you with the vapors. So he knows that, yeah, there is such thing as inoculation, but none of the shots they'd ever been safe, including the famous polio, they admit infected 98 million people in the CDC's own numbers with a SV40 cancer. So he's not saying but you gotta admit they're dangerous, they gotta be studied, they gotta be tested first. That's his policy. He's not against the science of immunization. He's against the way it's been rolled out as a population control system. Let's continue.
Bravo has been lost.
That, when you told Americans that there's no safe and effective vaccine. Oh, sorry. More and denial, more back and forth. I mean, here's what I know. No, actually, I want you to listen to me.
Okay, go ahead.
I want you to listen to me, because I've been listening to you. You said that ACIP is an independent panel after you stopped it with your picks. You said that you want evidence-based science, but it's clear.
Who was it stopped with before? Bill Gates people that are a bunch of criminal liars on the
You said that ACIP is an independent panel after you stopped it with your picks. You said that you want evidence-based science, but it seems that what you mean is evidence that supports your view, not the scientific consensus. I mean, you dared to sit there and call my colleague from New Hampshire a liar when she presented you with facts that don't support your view of the world. It's incredible. But let me move on. Just last week, in the days after the tragic shooting at Annunciation Catholic School in my home state of Minnesota, you went on Fox News blaming school shootings on antidepressants. You have no evidence of that because you have no evidence of a connection. And you want to talk about it?
You're just saying something. You're just making stuff up.
You know, this is what you say, right? Is it right when someone presents you with information that does not fit?
I did not
your
blame
world
that shooting.
view?
I have no idea whether... I have no idea. I never said that. You're making it up.
I am
It's
not
twisted. Yeah, you are.
Secretary Kennedy, if you want to talk about mental health and gun violence in this country, if you want to talk about mental health and gun violence in this country, we should be talking about that because that's what the
Let's talk then,
parents of
Senator.
Annunciation School
You don't want to talk.
want to
You want
talk
to
about.
harangue, and you want to politically. You want to have partisan politics.
Move to attack
I
the
want to
marked
actually
objective.
solve these problems.
Miss Secretary Kennedy, what the Trump administration is doing right now is making it harder for people in this country to get access to mental health care. So don't talk to me about solving the mental health care crisis when you are making it harder. Medicaid, the number one payer for mental health services in this country. You decimated the agency at Health and Human Services that focuses on mental health and substance abuse. That's what states count on their service strategy.
So Trump comes out against warp speed. Tim Cook of Apple, they are desperate. They are scared.
I'm hit!
More on that coming up, but I have Kathy O'Brien, certified, confirmed MK Ultra sex slave, the latest on Epstein, and really where the rabbit hole goes, what she thinks we should be doing with this whole crisis and the congressional hearings, and now the data dump that's happening, with the media going, well, a lot of this is already out. When they subpoena the DOJ for everything they got, they're going to get a bunch of stuff's already out. I'm not defending the system, I'm just stating facts as they unfold. The General Flood Post, great analysis on it we'll get to as well. And so much more after she leaves us. I'll be here jam-packed fourth hour. But remember, we are listeners supported by you. And so we've got a war bond, a great little piece of art as a memento you supported, where you get $110. You get the Total Victory War Fundraiser bond, the Alex Jones War Bond, for $100. And you get the nice, cool certificate you supported the InfoWar mailed to you with a promo code on it for $110 in the store. You get the Ultramethylene Blue, the widest selection of Patriot apparel, the Shillogy, and everything else, and that funds this operation. And we cannot do it without you. But I'm telling you, I only sell products that work. You've heard Methylene Blue's great. You've seen Infinity Tank. You've heard how wonderful it is. We've got the best discount right now. We've got the great Irish sea monsters. We've got the care about these cardiovascular spike protein detox. We can take a shot and eat it because it's shedding. We've got it. Ultimate Life Force. These are amazing products. Those of you on the fence that never gone there and gotten them, you really need to get them. And we have a deal going right now on our great immune booster, atomic defense, and Shillogy gummies and capsules with an additional 25% off on top of it store-wide. On top of 25% off, you buy one bottle, you get another bottle, 50% off on the Shillogy gummies or on the Shillogy capsules or atomic defense. Bigly right now, and here he is breaking down these new specials.
25% off store-wide all apparel, but we've decided this week to sweeten the deal by giving you buy one, get one, 50% off for either the Shillogy Complex capsules or the Shillogy gummies. These gummies are delicious. They boost your testosterone. I take them every single day, and I've noticed a marked difference in my life. It doesn't stop there. We've got buy one, get one, 50% off for Atomic Defense as well. This is designed using ingredients that have been used for thousands of years to boost immune support. So please go to the AlexJonesStore.com right now. It doesn't stop there. We are officially launching the Alex Jones War Bonds. You'll see here that there's a code right there. You can pause it. The first person to use this code does get $110 on the store. The way it works is you pay $100. You get this mailed to you. It comes with a custom code that will allow you to get $110 in store credit for the store. So pause it. First person to use this code gets the $110, and make sure you show your support at theAlexJonesStore.com.
Methylene Blue is the best thing you guys have ever had. I do
The enemy is taking Alpha.
Methylene Blue, and it is freaking awesome. I was honestly in the gym.
I'm fucking hit! That methylene blue is able to get everything that you're taking, all your antibiotics, or whatever medicines you're taking, supplements. What it does, it helps it cross the blood-brain barrier. Methylene blue will help things push it through where it needs to go. And I keep the TV on in my store of InfoWar.
You regress, but now you're taking this and you're back to being normal. What's your level at? Okay.
No, I'm own a jewelry store, and I'm able to. Don't get me wrong, I have bad days.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. I'm walking without pain. And the bad days that I may have, maybe like once every couple weeks. Delta. But I'm able to speak properly, where my everything was lagging with me. The lesions were showing very bright in my brain. And when I started on the methylene blue, which I couldn't take the liquid. I bought the liquid, but I just couldn't get it down. I was trying to find the option, and all of a sudden the pill came out. I took 2 of them a day. I just take that with everything else, and the ivermectin one. I take 1 pill a day of the ivermectin with the methylene blue, and I gotta tell you, Bravo under attack. I'm so blessed.
Well, that's great to hear. You know, because you know, that really makes me feel good for the products that we offer to people, and methylene blue really has been a game changer around here in terms of people getting it and seeing effects immediately, being able to acquire that
has killed millions.
We need defensive support on the marked objective.
Plus, I'm going to be back on FNT today. Okay? I'm going to be back on FNT. And yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot to talk about. And I know there's been an enormous amount of stuff that has happened through this week. It's been driving me crazy not to be live covering all of this. Yeah, it was a long trip. So most of my traveling is behind me now. Just not to get into too many specifics, but I know so many of you are going to speculate on this one. I was in West Palm Beach for a meeting. That's all I'll say. I was in the northeast. So I was in Rhode Island. And I actually met with 3 former Hasbro executives. These 3 former Hasbro executives were instrumental in the G.I. Joe Real American Hero toy line back in the 80s and the 90s. And it was an awesome meeting. These guys are super based. They are Trump supporters. They are conservatives. They are awesome. And I'll probably do some stuff with them, like on camera, and some interviews and things like that. One of the coolest things that happened was we were there, and they didn't know a ton about me. So shout out to Eric John. You guys have seen him in the chat. He made this whole thing happen. So shout out to Eric John, pizza artist. But we're sitting there and I'm telling them about me. And I said, listen, all I know is if you get connected with me, you're going to be called a racist and a sexist. And they all were like, we don't give a single fuck. They could call it. They've been calling us racist and sexist for a decade. We don't give a shit. Bring it on. I'm like, hell yeah. Okay, you guys are gonna love the 199 then. So anyway, that was super cool. And then I was also in Tennessee for Suresh. You guys know Suresh from 221B, and he actually entered the Ironman triathlon. And so me and Ryan went up there for the weekend, and there to support Suresh in the Ironman triathlon, and it was awesome. It was super cool. So just been a ton of traveling for me, but I know a lot has been going on, and so anyway, good to see all of you here. And look at that, it's like we never left. Brock with 50 gifted memberships. I guess you guys have missed celebrating the 50 gifted memberships. This could be one of many, okay? And by the way, Meek, Epic Mike has the lurker tax. We have the replay crew tax. You guys have to make up for the week I was missing tax. That's just the rules, okay? Those are the rules. But also the rules are Anna Paulina Luna to celebrate 50 gifted memberships from Brock. Thank you so much, Brock. Hail to you, brother. Hail to you. Everybody likes a celebration for 50 gifted memberships. No one's complaining at all. So thank you so much, Brock. Good to see you, brother. We got Eric for 50. Says, we all know you were in Israel on a top secret Mossad mission you can't talk about. You don't need to hide it anymore, Jeremy. I thought about taking a picture of just some random wall with graffiti. You know, like finding a random wall with like graffiti with like the N-word spray painted on it and like pretending I was touching that wall as like, guys, I have to admit it. I came to kiss the wall, the sacred wall with the N-word spray painted on it. I did think about doing that because I knew the memes were going to be flying. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Laughing Halford for 20 says, just got my Battlefield 6 pre-order copy, so whenever you guys are good to go, I'm ready for games. Also, let me know what you think of the video. If you did have time to watch it, God bless you and the chat. Yeah, I saw you send me the link. I haven't had a chance to check it out, but I will. And yeah, I know Battlefield 6 is out. I'm just catching up on everything, so yeah, I can't wait to sit down and play it whenever I do get time to do that, but we got to catch up on all the craziness going on in the world. Eric John, my boy, says, I'm hyped. Hail to you, brother. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you as well. And Eric John actually had some specialty pizza. Oh, my goodness. I didn't realize. So I spent a little time in like, what is it? It's like the New Haven, Connecticut area as well. And I didn't realize that was like the pizza capital of the world or whatever. I didn't realize like right there in the Northeast is like the pizza capital of the world. I had no idea. But yeah. Amazing food. So thank you, brother. Nandy with five get the memberships. Thank you, Nandy. Let's see. H is it I Variant Plus for $10 says, hope everyone is having a good day. And here is my Cobra tax over on Rumble. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Packy Proton says he lives. Had to put an APB out on you and Valiant. Yes, we are good. And I've been kind of hyping this